Stepsons, it's Halloween time. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a dummy for Halloween. If we're going to build a dummy for Halloween, we've got to have the right stuff. A pair of jeans, some safety pins, a belt longer than ankle socks, a shirt with long sleeves, and shoes that are above the ankle. If not, you can use tennis shoes. That works okay too. Oh, there's another thing you need too. When I was a kid, my mom used to have a wig head. It was a styrofoam head shaped like a human, and it would work really well because I could button the shirt around it and it would stay in there. I don't have one of those. We're gonna make do with something else. A teddy bear. You're gonna want a pair of gloves. Winter gloves, work gloves, something that can be the hands for the dummy. The teddy bear's head doesn't look that scary, so we want to put something over the teddy bear head. This is our Halloween tub. This I can put over the head of the teddy bear, but now it's something scary. Okay, we got our shoes. We got the taller socks. These happen to be the Obi-Wan Kenobi socks. Safety pins, the long sleeve shirt, the jeans, a teddy bear, a belt. Now we're going to put it together. In order for the dummy to actually have mass, what I did was take old newspapers, wad them up, and fill the socks and the pants and the shirt. I haven't taken a newspaper forever, but we still get some ads. This is probably not going to be enough, but it's what I've got to start with. If you want to make it real fun, if you can get some walkie-talkies, you hide one in the dummy, you can make the dummy sound like it's talking. I actually didn't do this, but my friends who, with their dad, made a dummy, they actually planted some walkie-talkies in there so they could do that. So we're going to give that a try in this one too. But this one's optional. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. Okay, this is where the fun begins. We get to breathe life into the dummy. Now remember, this channel is for boys growing up without a dad, because that's how I grew up. If you're here just to learn how to make a dummy, that's great too. But if you're growing up without your dad and you're a boy, then you're in the right spot. And I hope you subscribe to the channel. Let's get started putting the dummy together. Start with the extremities. We're going to do the feet and the hands. You just wad up paper and put it in. You only need it in the sock so that it'll stay in the shoe. May the force be with you. 2 feet. What I'm doing, taking a newspaper, rolling it up, and the end that's going to go in the finger, I'm twisting tighter. And then I put that in the glove and feed it through the finger until it's up there, and then leave it coming out. Now we have 2 hands and 2 feet. Now we're going to pin the socks in the pant legs about 3 or 4 places around the circumference of the pant legs. Bigger safety pins are easier to use for heavy material, heavy fabric like jeans. Now you got to get the orientation so the foot is forward with the pant leg. So I'm just reaching through here. I got my safety pin like this. I'm going to make sure I get it through the fabric of the sock, poke it through the pants, feed it back through, being careful not to poke yourself. Ow. Like that. You have to close the safety pin on the inside. I think I got it that time. That safety pin right there goes through the sock, through the pants, and back inside. I'm going to do it in, well, I'll probably just do 3 spots. If it's too hard to do it from the inside, just do it from the outside. There, got it closed. Okay, so now there's another one. We'll do one about here. Through there. Can you see that? There it is, right there. Now, I'm turning it and I'm poking it back through the jeans. And now I have to feel it on the inside of the jeans. And then I close the safety pin on the inside. And I got it on that one. Okay. So now that one's going through right there. The front one, the first one we did is right there. And here's another one. So I've got three points where it's held. And I got my sock in my pant leg. Now I'm going to do the other one. Huh. All right, there's the second one. Now we got to stuff the pant leg. I'm probably going to run out of newspaper. So now we're just stuffing all of these things to give volume to our dummy. I need more newspaper. The neighbors take the paper. We're good. I'll tell you a story while I'm doing this one. When I was a teenager and around Halloween, I would make this dummy. But one time my aunt and uncle came to visit it, and they stayed overnight sleeping on our fold-out couch in the living room. Well, I had my dummy sitting on a chair in the living room. When I got up in the morning, my dummy was in 2 pieces. I wasn't happy about that. My aunt said she'd wake up in the night and there'd be some guy sitting right next to the bed, and it freaked her out. So she had to take it apart in the night so she could sleep. But that's what these are for, to freak people out. You might want to shape the knee in a little bit. Do the fly up because you don't want the fly open on your dummy. You don't want your fly open either. His glutes are taking shape. He's about there. I probably should have put more in his socks, but too late for that now. Why is his sock backwards? I specifically put his foot forward, and it's sideways. All right, so now the bottom half is pretty close to done. Now the shirt. We put the shirt on the bear. I'm gonna button the shirt down. Now the shirt's buttoned up. What's gonna be important here is there's gotta be enough strength to hold the weight of this. That's why I like to use newspapers, because they're light. What we really would want, somehow to hide the walkie-talkie in here. We could probably just like do that, because we're gonna put this over the bear. Yeah, that's not too bad. Looks like that'll work. I may just leave that in there. So now we've got to stuff the shirt. We probably will stuff the sleeves first, and then we'll pin these on. And these, because it's button cuffs, we can get them in that way. Let's start wadding newspapers. Ah! We've got the arm mostly full. So we're going to take the glove, and you got to make sure you get the right hand on the right arm. And then we're going to safety pin these, just like we did the socks in the pants. Open the safety pin, poke it through the wrist part, through the shirt, back through, and then close it. Now another one over here. Let me see if I can get a close-up of this one. So I take the safety pin, open like this, poke it through here, like that, and back through like that, and then clip it. And we'll do a third one. Now it's through, and then close it. So now we've got 3 spots. We'll shove another piece of newspaper in here. And then button this closed. There's one side. Now we got the left arm. Okay, I think we're ready to do the left hand. Make sure the orientation is where the thumb should be, and do at least 3. 3's probably good. You could do 4 if you wanted. When I close the cuff up on this, I'm going to put some of the newspaper from the sleeve into the glove too. Just kind of give it more attachment, and then button it closed. And now we got his left hand on. So now we're going to stuff the rest, and then we connect the torso with the lower half. So more paper, wad it up. Before I get it all the way full, we're going to connect the lower part with the upper part. So now what we're going to do is tuck the shirt in And we'll do the back first. And just like we did the other ones, we're going to safety pin the top to the bottom. If you have larger safety pins, that's when you're going to want to use the larger ones, because you're going to go through the denim and the shirt, and it's just easier to make that if you've got larger ones. So I've got 3 or 4 large ones here, and this around the circumference of the waist, you probably want to do at least 4. I want about that much of the shirt below the waistline of the jeans. And if I do 2 in the back, 2 in the front, I'm going to go off to the side a little bit for this one. And I think I got it. So there's 1 there. But now I'm going to do the other side over here. Same thing, just offset a little bit. We'll do a close-up here. So here's the jeans down here. In this case, I've got a lot of shirt tail, and I want that on the inside. I'm going to pin it below the waistband, down through the shirt, through the jeans, back through the jeans, through the shirt, and then close the safety pin. I want to get the tail tucked in behind the stuffing inside the pants too. Okay, so I'm going to work my way to get the stuffing on top of the shirt tucked in. Come around here, and I'll probably pin this side about right there. And the same thing over here on this side. Now we're just going to fill in the midriff and then close it up. That's probably about good. So I'm going to close him back up. Now we'll put the belt on him. Okay, stepsons, we've got him mostly together now. Let's see if he can hold his own weight. Looks like he can. One of the last steps we've got to do now is put the shoes on. I may not have put enough stuff in the socks. This is looking kind of flimsy, but we're going to give it a shot here. Worst case scenario is you just don't put shoes on them. Now the left. Everything's on except the mask. Teddy bear as a dummy is not that scary. We got to put the finishing touch on. That's more Halloween. What do you think? The one thing we haven't tested is the walkie-talkie communication. He's got one tucked up right here, and we'll see what it does. Hello. Everything but the beep is probably good. So what I'd have to do on Halloween night is never let my finger off the transmission button. Let's try that again. Hello. Now you've got the dummy. Well, what are you going to do with them? This is where the real fun begins. Here's one idea. You set up a chair, put them on the porch, put the candy in a bowl, put a sign that says, "Take only one." You watch through the window of the house. If anyone takes more than one, "Hey, I said only one." Just leave him in a room and let them discover him later. Listen for the scream. You can put him in your bed, and even better, cover him with a sheet or a blanket and let him be discovered by someone. That's one option. If you can find a way to get him to stand straight up, you can hide him in a closet too. Just a word of advice. If it's your wife when you're married, that's not a good idea. And it might not be a good idea for your mom either, unless she's got a really good sense of humor. Siblings, probably okay. Here's another thing you can do. Take him for a ride. Then you can use the carpool lane, even though you don't have anyone else with you. Just kidding. Don't do that. For now, I think I'm just going to leave him sitting on the couch in the living room. On second thought, I think I'm going to leave him in my son's room playing his DS until he gets home tonight. We'll see what happens then. Now you know how to build a dummy for Halloween. You can have a lot of fun with it, and I hope you do. But be thoughtful, be considerate, but have some fun with it. Always remember the 2 messages from every video. Number 1 is, you can succeed even though your dad may not be in your daily life. You can successfully grow into manhood or ghoulhood even though your dad may not be there. And the second one, always remember that this dad loves you. And I'll see you on the next video.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of How to Build a Dummy on the My Stepdad channel. Mwah.